Hi, Alexa Montoba here. Super excited to take a minute and just talk a little bit about some of the predictions of things that I see coming in 2026. So prediction number one, the rise of physical AI. AI is finally leaving the lab. It's beginning to reshape physical world in manufacturing, utilities, climate monitoring, and logistics. So what does that mean? Smart machines out there are taking us from the Roman times, which is where we are in so many ways. Our infrastructure still looks like our Roman past. In its sense, it's sending us towards smart machines, adaptive, self-correcting in a real environment, closing the loop between data and actual physical action, from us being reactive to actually being able to be predictive. So very importantly, this is not robotics 2.0. This is the dawn of autonomous infrastructure that can understand and respond to what's happening in infrastructure in real time. Let me give a really specific example. Right now, in the United States, utilities lose more than 6 billion gallons of treated water daily. That is daily, 6 billion gallons. That could supply 15 million homes in this country because of leaky pipes. We're going to be able to send sensing devices into those pipes to figure out where the leaks are proactively and fix them proactively, which will allow us to solve a problem like that. And then in the pipes, these little devices can stay and sit and proactively monitor for if there is another leak or a breakage. It's the future and rise of autonomous infrastructure where we're going to have a baseline and understanding. And in so many ways, as I said, we were in the Roman times. So much of our infrastructure has been around for 100+ years. And we're going to be able to transition it away from just the Internet of Things in our own house, smart devices, smart fridges, et cetera, to actually smart infrastructure that's going to help empower all of us. And I think that's going to be a really wonderful world. We're no longer going to be reactive to huge problems. We're going to be proactive. We're no longer going to wait for the telephone pole to fall down and start a fire, but instead we're going to know the telephone pole was leaning in advance and as a result be able to go and fix it before it starts a fire. And I think those changes are going to be material. Prediction number two is I spent the last year studying quantum computing, really year and a half now, and I think we are going to enter a world which between now and 2027, I think we're going to see people get to 10,000 plus qubits. There's a lot of work happening to make that happen. And we're going to then get to a place where after we have 10,000 qubits, we're going to begin to be able to run experiments and make some material improvements around quantum computing. Is quantum computing here for today? No. Is it here for 5 years from now? Probably not. Is it here for maybe 10 years from now? Potentially. And I think that's part of how I like to think as an investor. I say, walk into my office every day in 2035. That's my job, is to really think about the future in a more predictive way. And I'm very excited about some of the progress that we're going to see in quantum computing in 2026 and 2027. Next, I want to talk a little bit about AI and how it will shape jobs. So I think we've heard a lot of like AI is going to get rid of 100 million jobs. And obviously, as an individual who lives in this country, I don't want that. I don't want 100 million people to not know how to pay for their family. I think a lot of my life's work has been financial planning and the American wallet and being really proactive about how important it is to help take care of people here in America. But one of the things I'm really optimistic about is that, and a little bit to my prediction number one around infrastructure and AI, is I think what we're going to see is AI getting rid of jobs that people should not have. And I'll give a few examples. And then AI, so a human plus AI, allowing people to be far more productive. So actually making jobs a lot better because there's parts of the everyday work that we all do, which honestly is routine and mundane and quite boring and honestly not very additive to our lives. And I think AI is going to be able to do that. So let me give a few examples. We're going to be able to do things like rather than having somebody walk a subway and figuring out if there are rodents in a trap, that's a pretty rough job. I don't want anyone to have that job. We're not going to have devices that can actually detect that, which means that those people can now focus on better jobs. If you think about the mundane work that you would do where it would like summarize this meeting, summarize these notes, and then tell us what's next, AI now does that really proactively, which means that more of your brain can be thinking about the future, taking the assessments, thinking about where to take them, rather than boring, mundane note-taking or basic logistic planning that can now be done because of AI, which frees us up for more and more creativity. So what do I mean? Strategic creativity, thinking outside the box, really complex problem solving, creative solutions to multidimensional problems where AI can support our thinking on it, but humans are going to probably be better because of a lot of the inputs and a lot of the context that's necessary. So I'm really excited to see what new jobs emerge from us all leveraging AI. And my prediction is that it's a lot. My fourth big prediction, which I wish was happening faster, it's not happening fast enough, is the rise of autonomous vehicles, which I'm sure everybody listening has been to SF and been in a Waymo. It is a magical experience. You get in, it is quiet. No one wants to talk to you. You get a minute to yourself. The car is safely taking you. You don't even have to tell it where to go. I mean, it's magical. What I'm excited about is what that can do for society when we can trust Waymos, self-driving cars, in the suburbs of all of America to pick up kids, drop them off at their sports, and you could watch it from the palm of your hand on a video that your child is in fact safe. There's nobody else in the car. The average suburban mom is in a car 20 to 30 hours a week running carpools, pickup, drop off, logistics. I have many best friends who tell me I am literally a taxi cab driver. And I think that what we're going to see more and more is autonomy that is going to free up these activities that were not good uses of our time and energy. And I'm really excited about that. We have companies like Duckbill AI that we backed, which I haven't done a mundane task in a year because Duckbill can plan an event for me, buy gifts for me, manage logistics, plan a doctor's appointment, find me an HVAC company. It's incredible. And I think we're going to see more and more of these activities that honestly were low value, not effortful, be freed up, which is going to allow us for higher value time, higher creative time, more leisure time, which is going to be amazing. So I'm excited about those types of things. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed the episode, please rate, review, subscribe, and we'll be back again with another episode of Inspired with Alexa on Double. Thank you.